What's up, Fight Fam, and welcome to the Boxing Bros. I'm Caden. I'm here with my co-hosts. I'll let them introduce themselves.
What's going on? You know, it's Trail.
It's G.
All right, and what you say, man? I can't hear you.
I said NTBE, baby.
All right, brand new, man. You see, Ned got done up. Ned got his head did.
I had to. Diva status.
Looking like Wilder 2.0. Let's get it.
Man, stop it.
Some people say he look like Wilder. Some people say he look like Stavern. Who does Ned look like? That's the question.
Right.
So what we're going to discuss right now is yesterday there was an article that said Deontay Wilder will agree to step aside for $10 million. And then today, Tyson Fury responded saying he's not paying Wilder nothing. And a few minutes ago, Sky Sports released this.
What we're being told is he's not stepping aside. So I had a conversation an hour ago, which was basically that Wilder's not stepping aside. We're going to go ahead and take care of this fight. You take care of the Pulev fight. But in the immediate term, let's get a deal done. You know, for 2021. And we have no problem signing now to fight Tyson Fury for 2021. In fact, 2020 is going to be difficult to generate the kind of money because of the uncertainty that fight would command or both those guys would want. So I think it's going to work out better for both of them to box off those fights and then have a clear route, subject to also Dillian White for Tyson Fury, to get a fight done, and probably a 2-fight deal. You know, I mean, I would think that any deal between Tyson Fury and AJ, you'd probably run it twice. Everything we're being
All right.
is he's not stepping
Those
aside.
words from Eddie Hearn. What are your thoughts on all that? Should Wilder step aside? Should they pay him? Should they say forget it, have the fights? I mean, all the reports coming out, some conflicting, some. What's your take on it, G?
All right, I'll say in regards to the step aside, I definitely think Wilder should take it. You know, like, to me, it just doesn't make sense. You got a tall bicep, you know, on your left hand. You're going to need your left hand, especially for a Fury fight. It doesn't make sense to just go into an immediate rematch. So he's getting me nervous, man. What I don't want from Wilder is, bro, don't die broke. You know, like, there's nothing wrong with step aside money. If they're going to give you millions of dollars and you get to fight the winner of AJ versus Tyson Fury, you have an opportunity of now becoming undisputed, you know? So why not just fall back, gather yourself, you know, and, you know, possibly win all the belts? That's one thing. In regards to what Eddie Hearns is saying, I actually agree with – actually, let me backtrack. Tyson Fury. I agree with what Tyson Fury is saying. If I was Tyson Fury, I would not pay for the step aside. If I'm that confident I'm gonna whoop his ass, excuse my language, I'm gonna go for the easy win first, and then go after Joshua, you know, in the next fight. What Eddie Hearns is saying actually makes sense from a business point of view. Like, this whole COVID-19 thing, again, it's like, it's worldwide. You know what I mean? Like, I know, like, with us here in Massachusetts, we're thinking about opening up, you know, stores again next week, but there's a chance they might extend that too. So let's just say, you know, 2020 is a strong chance that COVID thing might last the entire year. At least by 2021, most likely there'll be a vaccine. People will be more comfortable going out in public places. And then you have an easier chance selling out in an arena than during a pandemic. So Eddie Hearn's making sense. You know, like, it does, from a strategic standpoint, 2021 would be ideal for Joshua versus Fury.
All right, Trill, what you got?
Everything that G said and more. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I agree wholeheartedly with everything that G said. If Deontay Wilder gets the chance to get some step-aside money, if he don't take it, he's stupid.
Yeah, facts.
He's stupid. But we've seen that he has done stupid things in the past. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? And Tyson Fury, like G said, Tyson Fury is like, yo, this is easy money. This is easy work. I'm not paying nobody. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, I'm not gonna pay. Let me get this money and beat him up, and then you know what I'm saying, we can talk after that. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that I like about all this is that AJ want all the smoke. Everybody who was saying that AJ is a ducker and all this weird stuff, I don't get where it coming from. Check it. I wasn't an AJ fan. You know what I'm saying? But the boy ain't never ducked nobody. You know what I'm saying? The boy ain't never ducked nobody. Like it took me seeing him come back from adversity just to really pay attention to this kid and see that he was special. You know what I'm saying? And I can say it from the heart. This kid ain't ducked nobody. He want all the smoke, and you can prove who was ducking who and who was ducking, because he's like, yo, I'll sign now. You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to AJ. And as far as what Eddie Hearn said, Eddie Hearn is learning. He's learning on the job. You know what I'm saying? Because I agree with him. 2021, it will be huge, and you can do it twice. You know what I'm saying? You could definitely do it twice and make more money. You know? But that's all I gotta say with that.
All right, Ned.
Yeah, I agree with what G and Trust just said, but I also agree with Fury. I ain't gonna pay Wilder nothing. Yo, Wilder holding pockets right now. You hear me? He holding Fury's pocket. So on that note, why I'm gonna pay someone when I already know it's easy work? So like they said, get Pulev out the way, get Wilder out the way, and then 2021 is just we set up for the 3-fight series, and then great boxing come 2021. No holdups or nothing. We get all those little things out the way, so that'll be dope. Just to see that happen, because end of the year, the world opened back up. We had these little fights, so we have our shelter at home fights where everybody's just watching off a pay-per-view or the Zone, YouTube, whatever, and then boom. So let's make it happen. Get them suckers out the way, and then boom, let's get it ready for Undisputed.
Yeah, I think it's good business all around. I actually applaud Deontay Wilder for naming a price. I don't know if Shelly was involved. I highly doubt it, because Shelly doesn't seem to really make good business decisions involving Deontay Wilder. But I like the fact that he named the price. One, it gives them a starting point. It says, all right, you want him to step aside? He's willing to for this price. Assuming he really named that price, because the most recent event was Eddie Hearn saying that Deontay Wilder is not willing to step aside. But let's say that the report that he's willing to step aside for $10 million is true. I give him credit for naming a price, mainly because the man has all the excuses in the world already. Can you imagine what's going to happen going into the trilogy with a torn bicep? And if he gets dropped this time, it's just going to be, oh, he had the fight injured. I don't want to hear it, man. So if he can fully recover, step aside, and get money, good for him. When it comes to Tyson Fury, I applaud him and his team for saying we're not going to pay, because right now they have a freebie. They have Kubrat Pulev in line to fight Anthony Joshua. If Kubrat Pulev wins, of course Fury's going to get the fight for Undisputed, because they're both top-ranked fighters. So 100% Fury's like, listen, I'm in the driver's seat, because I'm very confident I'll wax Deontay Wilder again. And Joshua has to prove he can be the guy in my stable. And even if Joshua beats Kubrat Pulev, he's going to come to me anyway. So what do I have to lose? I'll fight Wilder again, and I'll wait to see what Pulev can do. The only way Fury's going to lose is if Wilder beats him, which he's confident it won't happen, and Bob Arum's confident that won't happen. So now you go to Joshua. Joshua's doing the next best thing, and Eddie Hearn's doing the next best thing. Well, let's lock in for 2021 then. Since we can't make it happen, since we got Pulev, since you got Wilder, let's lock it in for 2021 right now, which is all he can do. If Joshua gets by Pulev, let's make it happen 2021. What I hope to see is this. They paid Charles Martin $5 million to take that belt off his hands. Why not pay Wilder 10? So pay Wilder the 10, and I'm speaking strictly Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. They got the cash cow, they got the cash guy. Why not pay Deontay to step aside and see if, but I still doubt that Bob Arum's going to make Pulev step aside. But why not? See what you can do. But when it's all said and done, if both fighters agree to lock into 2020, it'll be the best. I mean, to 2021, it'll be the best news since this COVID stuff happened. It'll give people something to look forward to, and it'll bring the sport back.
Big facts.
Definitely. So that's that for us, and I'll let Trill take us home. But the ratings are next. The ratings are next. Canelo, Triple G, and Vasily Lomachenko, everyone.
Oh, man. Please like and subscribe and check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's the Boxing Bros.
We been the feeling like we're gonna fight ya.